Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. Alright, I'm not a fan of the first Transformers movie. You know, me and my friends watched it one day and we were like, nah, it's not a good movie. Because, you know, it was just, for me, just explosions and Shia LaBeouf running away from huge hulking metal CGI things, and you know, it wasn't very good for me. I wasn't a fan of it. And at least the first one has a thing where it's like it's kind of original, sorta what Michael Bay did with that. With Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, the sequel, which came out 2 years later, it was just, this movie is horrible. It's way worse than the first movie. Like, I could go on a rant about this, but this movie literally just made me want to go, it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I mean, seriously, I'm not kidding. Alright, let's try to be level-headed here. So, this movie is about, after the events of the first movie, things have been, you know, the Autobots kind of teamed up with the military so they can hunt down any remaining Decepticons on Earth and make sure Megatron and the last shards of the Allspark are safe and nothing happened. But things go wrong. Sam, who's going off to college, he starts doing this dirt-based thing and sees these symbols, and he can sort of, it's like the information from the Allspark was transferred into his brain, so now he can see this kind of stuff. And now the Decepticons want him to revive Megatron, and then there's this thing called the Fallen, which is going to have its revenge, because it's Revenge of the Fallen. And it's basically the same plot as this first movie. They want the Allspark, or at least the shards of the Allspark, so they can, you know, take over the planet and stuff. And then they go to Egypt in the last act, apparently, for some reason. I don't know, and this movie, it was just, the plot is really inconsequential. Here's the actual plot. There's a kid named Sam, and he knows these Transformer guys, and the Transformer guys drag him into the fight, and then they fight in fight scenes where you can't tell what's going on, and then stuff happens. Explosions, though. No, really, I'm not kidding when I say, like, I remember in the first movie, me and my friends decided to count how many explosions were in there just for fun. I didn't even attempt for this one. Like, I was trying, but 5 minutes in, I was just like, nah, I can't do this. I'm not going to do this. But if I had to guess, I'd say around the 200 mark. I'm not even kidding. That's probably accurate. 200 to 300 explosions in the whole movie. Michael Bay, why? You know, Michael Bay has come on record saying stuff like, I don't know, I make movies for teenage boys. Whoop. Well, I'm a teenage boy and I hate this movie. So it's not for me, it's probably for, like, I don't know, tween boys who don't really know better. Then they just want to see just these fight scenes and stuff with these explosions. And it's just annoying that people think this is good and they just keep making these movies. And they make a lot of money too. Like, this series has made so much money for some reason. Like, why? Like, just, it just annoys me that these kind of movies get made when they're so awful and they're literally the exact same movie over and over again and they're terrible. In this movie, it just made me want to kill myself because it's nothing but repetitive action and explosions and hulking CGI robots fighting. The CGI, it's kind of good, I guess, but you know it's CGI and stuff. And, you know, it just, you can't follow along the plot because there barely is any plot. The only plot there is just bam, 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 boom, 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 boom. I'm sorry that I'm ranting on like this, but this movie just literally made me want to kill myself. Literally, at the end of this movie, I was like, oh, thank you, it's over, ugh. And just, why? Just why? I'm sorry about this rant, but I need to talk a little bit more about stuff. I mean, it's a well-shot movie, I'll give it that. It is pretty well shot, you know. Especially, like, the scenes when they're in Egypt. It looks pretty well and stuff, but, you know, it's just so, just not a fan of it. As for the acting, no, it's terrible. You know, Shia LaBeouf, what does he do? He's just dirt-facing, like, in the last movie he was stuttering all the time, like, no, I can do this, and this. Now he's all dirt-facey, like, Like, that's exactly how he is in the movie. It's pretty funny. And he doesn't attempt to fight, like, at all. He just always crouches and, like, hides from the action. He's all like, Optimus, Bumblebee! And he doesn't even try to fight. Ironically, like, Megan Fox's character is a lot better than that in that regard, but there's not a whole lot to Megan Fox's character either, because she's not exactly very good in this role. And, you know, Michael Bay, you can tell how much he objectifies women. Because, like, the first shot of Megan Fox in this movie is, like, her on a motorcycle, and, like, zooms in on her, and she's on, like, this position where, like, it zooms in on her butt or something. It's just, like, you can obviously tell why Michael Bay claims this stuff is for teenage boys like me, but I'm smarter than that, and I know that this stuff is not good. As for other people, you know, I believe that guy, Stanley Tucci, no wait, not Stanley Tucci. I don't remember his name. I think Tucci was in Age of Extinction, but that guy was just not very good. The guy who got peed on by a Transformer in the first movie. Nah, he comes in and he works at this deli now for some reason. I don't understand the point of that. You know, no. I really can't talk about a whole lot else. I mean, again, it just annoys me that these movies get made just because they make money. Like, I realize that's the point of Hollywood. You know, you gotta make money, and these things make tons of money. But, does quality ever matter? Like, at all? Does anyone care about making a good movie over a profitable movie? Because I bet making a good movie is more fun than a profitable movie. And you know, even if a movie is profitable, it's not going to create good buzz. Like, you know, people aren't going to remember it fondly, and you know, they're not going to want a sequel, so not going to see a sequel or something like that. And I realize that, you know, how Hollywood works, but it's still just annoying. And there's really not a whole lot else I can say about this movie. It's just explosions and no plot at all, and bad acting and running away as hulking CGI robots fight scenes where you really have no idea what's going on. They drag on forever and are just so boring. I just can't take it anymore. Like, I don't even want to be really nice on this movie. I don't really want to be that nice on this movie anyway. This movie just, it just made me... I really am done talking about this movie. I really can't say a whole lot else. This movie was horrible, and I hated it. And you should never see it, ever. The only reason I saw it is because I had nothing to do, and it was on demand for free, so I was just like, well, let's see how bad this thing is. Bad mistake. Really bad mistake. But even still, I want to check out Dark of the Moon to see if it's any better. It could be, but I don't know. But whatever. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen is an awful movie, and I hate it. And it gets 15%. It'd be nice, because, you know, there are some things, at least CGI isn't that bad, and some of the characters, you don't care about them, but they're not that bad, I guess. There's so much to say about this awful movie, I really can't do it anymore. This is more of a rant than a review. They just call this Transformers 2 review/rant. Probably what it is up there anyway. But whatever, I thank you for watching, and yeah, if you want to see more movie opinions, stay tuned to this channel, and more are gonna come. I'm doing a lot more this summer. Adios, home slices, and I see you next time. I hate this stupid movie. Why did it get made? I hate you, Michael Bay. Why? Ugh. Shouldn't you direct Transformers 5 like those articles say you will. I swear I'm just gonna... Ugh.